Hello, everyone. My name is Rocky Montero. I am a consultant manager with Assure for Life for almost 8 years now. And tonight we're going to go over explosive sales with Assure for Life training. All right. So it's a lot of different concepts. So if you want to learn more about sales tips, so this training is especially for you then. All right. So let's go right to the point here. Break the cycle of mistakes. So when sales, okay, I'm just gonna go over this, and if you have any comment or any questions, please let me know. When sales are slow or results are not expected, it's likely to that certain mistakes are being repeated. All right, so we want to find out what those mistakes are, so we break that pattern, right? So breaking the cycle of mistakes is the first step to achieving explosive sales. Here is how to approach it in a sales presentation. So we're going to pay attention to identify the most common sales mistakes. Before changing your strategy, it's essential to recognize what's going wrong. Some of the most frequently mistakes include fear of rejection, and this is something that through time you get better. So that's why it's good to practice a lot. Avoiding clients due to fear of hearing no. I mean, I don't know. Some people take the no's like in the hard way, and in sales you gotta get used to those no's. The more no's you get, there is a concept that says that the more no's you get, then you're getting closer to a yes. All right. So selling without value, presenting the product without connecting it to the client's real need. So we always recommend you to customize the plan for clients. Okay. If you just read a presentation and you don't create that interaction with clients, then it's kind of like people are gonna get bored. So you want to be creative, right? Everybody's personality is different, but somehow you have to ask questions, not just you doing all the talking. That's not good. All right. Most people don't like that. So no follow up. So most sales happen after 3 to 5 contacts. Think about that. See, in sales we have to talk to a lot of people, right? But many salespeople give up after the first attempt. So in sales, we gotta get used to that, because otherwise it's like you're gonna have a hard time. Sales is something that once we learn it, then we actually once we understand it, then we want to do more, because we know the price that we have to pay to get to a yes. Lack of enthusiasm or confidence. Um, those of you who are already let's say use the services for a loved one, trust me that when that happens, you're gonna feel more confident talking about the service. Maybe not you and your family, but maybe you have had a client who have used the services, and sometimes you see the excitement of clients. In most cases, that they feel grateful that they had the plan. All right, our membership. So if you don't believe in what you're selling, the client won't either. I mean, it's just common sense, right? How to break the cycle of mistakes and unlock explosive sales. So we have to reprogram our mindsets. Rejection is part of the process. This is what most people, this word here, a lot of people take it like too hard, right? So we gotta learn how to react to that, basically. Rejection is part of the process. Instead of seeing it as failure, see it as an opportunity to improve. See that the more mistakes we make, the more no's we get, then experience will tell you that like what to do and what not to do in the future, right? Know the value of your product. And we all know that in Assure for Life we have a great product. I mean, our membership is awesome. Don't sell a service, okay? Sell a solution. See, keyword: sell a solution to a real problem. As an example, in Assure for Life, we just have to sell, the fact that, I mean, we're not going to be here one day, right? And that generates expenses. Like, somebody has to pay the funeral home expenses, right? So ensure the client understands its positive impacts on their life. And when we have a product that people will eventually need, this is not like if I die, is basically when I die, right? Because it's going to happen anyway, right? Use a strategic follow-up, like implement a system with messages, calls, or emails to keep prospects engaged. People like when you follow up with them. They appreciate the fact that you take the time to follow up with them. Keep learning. Remember, don't worry. No, we all make mistakes. But the point is that the more mistakes we make, then the more we learn, right? So improve your sales pitch, practice, adopt the new techniques, and adapt to what works. Number 5, follow a structured sales process. Don't improvise. That is a big mistake. Clients can actually sense, if we're not sure of what we're talking about. And I don't know if you have seen my business presentations. I mean, it's like, if you notice, I read the presentation all the time. I mean, I don't even have to read it. I mean, after almost 8 years, I know that presentation by heart. But see, that comes with experience, like, doing it like over and over again. All right. So define every step and stick to a strategy that can be measured and optimized. All right. We got to measure that. Reflection: explosive sales don't happen just by chance. They happen when you break habits that hold you back and apply proven strategies to move forward. See, we got to learn from those mistakes. Explore with powerful questions. And this is something really important in sales. We got to constantly ask questions, all right? That way you take control of the presentation. All right. And of course, you just don't ask any questions. You gotta learn how to ask key questions. One of the most common sales mistakes is talking too much. Does that sound familiar? See, it's the idea is not just to talk too much, is to have like a nice interactive conversation, right? It's talking too much about the product without connecting to clients' true needs. That's why it's always good to ask questions. Like in Assure for Life, we ask questions like, how old are your parents? What state do they live, right? Because we want to know, as far as the rate, we want to make sure that we provide with the correct rate. Instead of just informing, make the client reflect and discover for themselves why Assure for Life is a valuable solution. Okay. Powerful questions generate emotions, create urgency, and help the client recognize their need. Now, why use questions instead of selling directly? I think we all know that, but here are a few key points, right? They allow the client to talk more and feel heard. They make the client reflect on the importance of preparation. They prevent direct rejection, as the solution arises from the client's own realization. Now we're going to talk about powerful questions to sell Assure for Life. Questions to generate reflection and need. All right. And that's a strong point in Assure for Life, right? There is a huge need for this service, this membership. If something unexpected happened today, how would your family handle the financial and emotional situation? See, Uh, Now your presentation takes a different approach when you ask questions, because when you ask questions, see, now the client is engaged. They have to pay attention. Sometimes if you just read and read and read, you don't even know if the client is, like, listening to what you're saying. But if you ask a question, now they see that they have to answer, right? Have you thought about who would make the important decisions if you weren't there? Did you know that over 70% of families face financial difficulties after an unexpected loss? That's so true. So the objective, help the client realize they are not prepared and need a keyword solution. That's what we offer, a solution. So now we're going to talk about questions that create urgency. Okay. Questions that create urgency. Do you have a plan in place, or are you just hoping everything will work out when the time comes? Something to think about, right? If you could guarantee peace of mind and avoid stress for your family with a decision today, would you take it? Did you know that the sooner you act, the better protected you will be at a lower cost? Objective, show that the best decision is to act now. Very important, okay? Not wait for a crisis. And that reminds me to the waiting periods that we have in Assure for Life. All right. Please do not forget to talk about waiting periods. Very important. All right. Now we're going to go over questions to highlight the value of Assure for Life. So here we go. If you had to choose between leaving your, let me see here. If you have to choose between leaving your family with problems or solutions, which will you choose? Oh, see, common sense should tell them that, they should select solutions, right? All right. So great. How much is the peace of mind worth to you, knowing that everything will be covered without burdening your loved ones? Keyword, right? So if there was an affordable plan with immediate benefits, this word here is very important, immediate. Okay. Remember, in life insurance, I mean, clients, sometimes don't get paid like immediately. Okay. That has to go through a process that may take a few days, maybe a few weeks, or maybe more. All right. But in Assure for Life, the client has that peace of mind to know that no matter what time it is, day or night, they can call our funeral emergency line, and a live person will take care of their case uh, almost immediately. All right. So benefits and no complicated paperwork. Would you want to know more? See, whoever is serious about protecting their pocket, right? They have to pay attention. Objective, lead the client to recognize that they need a solution and be open to hearing about the plan. And now we're going to go over impactful closing statement. All right. So we're getting ready for the close now. All right. This isn't about selling you something. It's about helping you make the best decision for your family. Would you like me to show you how you can protect them with Assure for Life? Questions open the door to sales. Use this technique and you will see clients becoming more interested in the solution you offer. Sell the emotional value. Buying decisions are not based on logic, but on emotions. If you are new in sales, this is very important here. Okay, the sale is emotional. Okay, clients buy on emotions, especially when selling a product like Assure for Life, which not only solves a financial problem, okay, which is very important, but also provides peace of mind and security for the family. The families have that peace of mind that at that moment, when that event comes, they just have to pick up the phone and the company will basically take care of the rest. And please, when I say the rest, I'm talking about the rest of the specific benefits that we deliver in our membership, right? Clients don't buy a membership. They buy the certainty that their loved ones will be protected in life's most difficult moments. Now, why is selling emotional value key? People make decisions with their hearts and justify them with logic. Okay. A client who emotionally connects with the product has fewer objections and a greater sense of urgency to buy. Remember, you gotta shake those emotions, all right? Strategies to highlight emotional value. Create real life scenarios with stories. We have a lot of testimonials, dear consultants, all right? Please share those with the clients. Every once in a while, it's good to follow up and share a nice testimonial, right? Stories generate immediate connection. Use real examples or um, re, um, reliable solutions, all right? Or relatable. I'm sorry. Imagine that something unexpected happens and your family not only has to deal with loss, but also financial worries. We see that a lot, right? How would you feel knowing you could have spared them that additional burden? Emotional benefit. The person feels the importance of being prepared and sees protection as an act of love. This is very important to mention, all right? This is an act of love. Emphasize peace of mind in life. Many people avoid discussing funeral services because they see it as distant or uncomfortable. Well, our job is to change that focus, all right? As an example, you may say something like, this isn't about death, it's about peace of mind in life. See, I like that approach. Wouldn't it be a relief to know that no matter what happens, your family will be protected and financially secure? Emotional benefit. Security and foresight provide immediate relief. Again, pay attention to those emotions that get generated from these questions. Ask questions that connect with family love. If you had to leave a message for your loved ones today, what would you say? Wow, I like that one. How would you feel knowing that when they need it the most, they will have support and guidance without worrying about expenses or paperwork? Isn't planning ahead an act of love that brings peace of mind to your family? Emotional belief reinforces love and responsibility towards family. It's just common sense, ladies and gents. All right, so now we're going to go over the emotional closing statement. This isn't just a plan, it's a gift of peace of mind for you and your loved ones. With Assure for Life, you ensure that in life's hardest moments, the only things that matters is being together. Are you ready to give them that peace? When you sell emotional value, the client stops seeing an expense and starts seeing an investment in love and protection. All right. All right. So this is the training that we have prepared for you. We have 3 more minutes to go. Any questions about what we went over or any other questions that you may have? Anybody, please? Questions? All right. So
Rocky.
remember, Mary, welcome.
Hi,
How are you
Rocky.
doing?
Good evening. Hi,
Good
is
evening.
this document available to us somewhere that we can
Uh,
get a
I will
copy?
share it. I will share it, in the WhatsApp chat. all right, for the yes. The
Thank,
company went over this training like a couple of weeks back, and yes, this is very important to share with everyone else. So yes, I'll post it on the chat. If you notice, I mean, these are very good questions to have in front of you when you are talking to a client, especially when they give you objections. See, trust me, it's going to help a lot. So thank you, Mary, for your participation. And any other questions before we end the training, please? This is the end of the training. Anybody else?
Yeah, I have one question, Rocky. Daniel
Oh,
here.
Daniel, how you doing?
Yeah, good, good. Hey, that's all nice and good, and I love it. Absolutely, that we know what you say and whatnot. But my issue is, and I think there's a lot of people too, who are you talking to begin with? Like, it's nice that you know what you say, but where do you get those people from? And I'm not talking about going through your phone and talking to your friends and loved ones and all that stuff. That's already done, so that's a given that you do that. But now you're out of that. So who's next? Where are you going? I know referrals to the people that you already talked to and signed up and whatnot, but if that's all gone, so where's the pool of people? How do you get that people to talk to begin with? You just going to Walmart to the cashier and say, hey, are you interested in that? Or where do you get this from?
Well, see, that's something that you develop through time. I talk to everybody wherever I go. I talk to everyone, and it's a numbers game every time. And most people are gonna say no. I mean, that's something that I gotta be honest. I mean, I've been in sales, many years, but it's like a habit that you create, and then it's a numbers game. Eventually, somebody will say yes. I will get an appointment, and then I will show up. But basically, you want to. First, part of my success as an example at the beginning was that, I came from the life and health insurance industry. And I went back to my clients, as an example, life insurance clients, and I told them, hey, good thing that you have your life insurance in place. Now let me show you how, your family do not have to spend all the life insurance proceeds towards funeral expenses, because this other alternative will take care of that, so you can use your life insurance money for other purposes. Because I always say, there is no better way to cover funeral expenses than our funeral emergency. Our funeral plan, I should say. So through time, you have to, basically keep in contact with your whatever contacts that you may have, and always ask for referrals. Ask for, hey, I would like to know if you can help me. I'm practicing a presentation. I mean, there's so many things that you can say. I help families in this. I would like to just share information with you. Maybe you happen to know somebody that need our services, and that's how you start. And get referrals. I mean, there is no other way. You can also, there are also other ways to, some people buy leads. As an example. That's another way also. If you get like a good company or business that generates leads specifically for what we do, that's awesome, because um, uh, I noticed that a lot of people buy leads, but remember, a lead is somebody that is cold anyway. Anybody can go to the internet and find names and telephone numbers. But a good lead is the one that, let's say, as an example, some people who have the business to get leads have call centers that call, people, cold market, right? And but they, at least they open the door for you. So when you call that lead, those people already know what they're talking about. All right. So okay. So thank you for your question and your participation. Okay. This I have to get ready for the meeting in Spanish next. So thank you so much, and I'll see you in the next meeting. See you at the top. Goodbye now.